All right, guys, I'm going to teach you how to use Quizlet to help you study. All right, here in Thursday, August 26th, I have the scientific method seek and find. We're going to do this in class, but you can refer to this to help you out whenever you have questions in the future for Quizlet. All right, I will most likely always post the link here in Google Classroom, and you just click on it. Now, there's a lot of options that you can do to study with this Quizlet. So over here, now, if you're wondering why mine's dark, I'm in dark mode, so I like it to be a darker background. But don't worry about that. What we can do, here we have live, we'll do that in class. Here we have flashcards. Flashcards are when you're learning the words and you're learning at the very beginning. So for flashcards, you are going to look at the word and then you can flip it just by clicking on it or using your space bar. Okay, so problem is a question that you're seeking an answer for. And then to switch to the next one, an observation. I click the space bar. An observation is a process to gain information by using our senses. So we'll go over all of these, but this is how you start your studying. Okay, flashcards. Then once you do some of your flashcards, then you move to learn. Learn is good because what you can do here is you can, it'll say the definition. It can read it to you.
A factor condition that is changed in an experiment.
And so what you need to do is you need to find the matching term. So it's a factor or condition that is changed in an experiment. So what you want to do is you can click on what you think it is. Oh, and I got it right. And then it moves on. Evidence or information gathered by observations. Now, the word observations is here. So it's not going to be observation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on observation just so you can see what happens when it's wrong. It will show you the answer, and then observation is wrong, and then it's going to add it to like your study list, and then you just click continue. So you want to do this. Now, you can also change the options here. I'm going to show you again how to do that. We can change the options, and what you can do is you can do the exact answer. You can do one answer, term, or definition. I think exact answer is good. And then I would click on term and definition. So you can do that. I would never do written questions. Here's the reason why. If you misspell something, it will count it wrong. So I would never do written questions unless you're practicing your spelling. Definitely flashcards and definitely multiple choice. You can turn the audio on. And then you can start your progress over. This is a button that we will use, especially in class, because I will say, all right, reset your progress, and then I want you to earn an 85% or higher before you move on to something. So this restart or reset progress, start over is a good one.
To gain information by using our
so yes, we're going to
question that you are
reset
seeking an answer for.
Sorry, for some reason it's reading that. So learn is a good one as well. And then it will give you a grade, or it'll tell you a fraction of how many you know. All right, then writing is if you want to practice your spelling, or spell right, and they're going to, so spelling here, they're going to tell you what you hear. So you would click the audio,
problem,
and then you would type problem, and hit return or enter, and then I didn't hear it, so
dependent variable.
So I'm going to spell this wrong. Dependent variable. And let's see what happens. It'll
dependent. D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T variable.
Okay, and then it will show you. So this is a good one, especially for my people who love to spell and are good at want to practice the spelling bee. And then as you can see over here, it shows you kind of how you do in this. It'll show you how much you have spelled, and then the test. I'm going to come back to that one because that one's my favorite one. And that's the one that I would do last. Match is the game where you have to match all of them together. So the dependent variable, nope, look at me. Dependent variable, where is it? There it is. Data, evidence, graph a way to present data, observation, senses, procedures, steps, and then inference. All right, so my best time was 25.1, and you will see that you can see everybody who has done this. Now, I don't know who's at the top. Logan Carson. I don't know how he got 6.2 seconds, but he's from a couple years ago. You can try to beat him. It's fine. And you just click play again. So this is where you need to learn your keywords to be quick. All right, I'm not going to play again on this, so I'm going to go back. Gravity is kind of like this as well. So gravity, you're going to have asteroids. I would start off easy. I would not answer with the definition. I would answer with the term because the definitions will be really long. And let's go. So here's what happens. Type my question that you problem. And you have to type and then evidence data and then hit enter or return. A factor. Oh, dependent. Oh, dependent variable. Oh, just variable. I don't know. A factor that is changed. Um, um, uh, independent. All right, there we go. The answer to a hypothesis based on the data explained. And I'm going to let that just crash so you can see what happens. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then it'll show you, conclusion. So then it wants you to type it, conclusion. And then so gravity's kind of fun too. Now, the last one that I want to talk about is test. So testing is a really good one to do before you have a quiz or before you have a test. All right. So when you click test, it will set up a quiz for you, a digital quiz. So here they have matching, they have multiple choice, they even have true, false, and then you can check your answers. All right. So it's just like a little mini quiz. Here's what I want to tell you as well. These options are great. Okay. So for these options, it has matching, multiple choice, true, false. Then it has term and definition. What I would do to study multiple times, I would do just all matching with the term and the definition. And then when you say create new test, there it is. It's just 13 questions matching. So you want to do that? All right. You want to do just multiple choice? There you go. Do term and definition. Create new test. Then it's all 13 questions just matching. Okay, options again. You want to do just true, false? Fantastic. There you go. You can set up you can test yourself. So if you don't have a grown-up at home to quiz you, you can totally quiz yourself. Again, you can do all three. You can do just multiple choice. You can do whatever you want. Again, you can choose written, but know that you have to spell it correctly in order to get it right. So the test, and then what will happen, so I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a true false, and to be honest, I'm not even going to read them because I just want you guys to see what happens. Let's see how many I can get right just by guessing. All right, so there, I've answered all of them. I'm going to check my answers, and it tells me my grade. I got a 62%. That's not good enough. So what I need to do is I need to go back, check my answers, and then I'm going to try again. So if you go to options, true, false, create a new test, it may give you the same one. It may make it new, but you always want to try to beat your score. In my happy world, a 75 or higher is best. Of course, we want you to score as best as you can. And that is how the test works. that's a big one we're going to be using a lot in class, and I hope you use it at home too. So this is just a video if you ever need to get a quick check on how to use Quizlet.